Our story begins at a wildlife sanctuary in Guayabamba, Ecuador, where the impossible became reality. When 3 newborn lion cubs were abandoned by their mother, the sanctuary faced a heartbreaking dilemma. These tiny, helpless creatures needed constant care, warmth, and the kind of maternal love that seemed impossible to replace. That's when fate stepped in, wearing a golden coat and carrying a heart bigger than anyone could have imagined. Camila wasn't just any dog. This gentle German shepherd had recently given birth to her own puppies, and something extraordinary happened when the sanctuary workers brought those 3 orphaned lion cubs into her presence. While any sensible dog might have run, Camila did something that defied every natural instinct. She stepped forward, sniffed those tiny cubs, and in that moment made a choice that would change everything. Without hesitation, she began to clean them. She welcomed them into her nest alongside her own puppies, and from that day forward, she became their mother in every way that mattered. But raising 3 lion cubs as a German shepherd? That was never going to be simple. Picture this: Camila, weighing maybe 60 pounds soaking wet, trying to keep up with 3 growing predators who thought they were just playing when they pounced with razor-sharp claws. Every day brought new challenges. The cubs grew stronger, bigger, more powerful. Their playful nips became serious bites. Their gentle pounces turned into tackles that could knock Camila clean off her feet. The sanctuary staff watched nervously as the cubs reached adolescence. At 6 months old, they were already the size of large dogs, and their natural hunting instincts were awakening. Everyone knew that in the wild, this is when young lions learn to hunt, when their predatory nature takes over. The question that haunted everyone was, would Camila's love be enough when her children grew large enough to see her as prey? Every morning, the staff would arrive at the sanctuary holding their breath, wondering if this would be the day they'd find evidence that nature had finally won over nurture. The cubs were now powerful enough to seriously hurt Camila, even accidentally. One wrong move during playtime, one moment when their predatory instincts kicked in, and this beautiful story could turn into a tragedy. The tension was unbearable. Local news crews started following the story, experts weighed in with predictions, and animal behaviorists warned that this arrangement couldn't last much longer. The smart money was on separating them before something terrible happened. But Camila, she never showed an ounce of fear. Even when her babies towered over her, even when their roars could be heard across the sanctuary, she continued to treat them exactly the same way she had when they fit in the palm of her hand. Then came the day everyone had been dreading, and the moment that proved love truly can conquer all. It was feeding time, and as usual, Camila approached her 3 grown lion cubs with their meal. But something was different. One of the cubs, now nearly full-grown and weighing over 100 pounds, seemed agitated. He paced, his tail switching with tension, his eyes locked on Camila in a way that made everyone's blood run cold. This was it. This was the moment everyone had feared. The lion crouched low, muscles coiled like springs, and then he pounced. But what happened next left everyone stunned into silence. Instead of attacking, the massive lion tackled Camila into the gentlest playbow imaginable. He nuzzled her face, licked her ears, and settled down beside her just like he had as a tiny cub. His siblings quickly joined in, creating a pile of pure love and affection that brought tears to the eyes of everyone watching. The unthinkable had happened, all right, but not in the way anyone expected. These 3 powerful predators, who could have easily overpowered their adoptive mother, chose love instead. They remembered who had kept them warm during cold nights, who had cleaned their wounds, who had never given up on them even when they became too big to handle. Today, nearly 2 years later, Camila and her lion cubs continue to share an unbreakable bond that has amazed animal experts around the world. The cubs, now magnificent adult lions, still seek out their mother's approval, still curl up next to her when they're tired, and still respond to her gentle corrections when their play gets too rough. The sanctuary has become a testament to the power of maternal love transcending species barriers. Researchers from universities across South America come to study this unique family, trying to understand how nurture can so completely override nature. But perhaps the most beautiful part of this story isn't the scientific implications. It's watching Camila, now a bit grayer around the muzzle, still mothering her massive children with the same patience and love she showed when they were helpless babies. Camila's story reminds us that love doesn't know boundaries, not of size, species, or even survival instincts. In a world that often feels divided, here's proof that family isn't just about who shares your DNA, but about who chooses to love you unconditionally. Her courage to love without limits teaches us that the greatest strength isn't in our size or our power, but in our capacity to care for others, even when logic tells us we should protect ourselves first. If this incredible story touched your heart, imagine how many other amazing animal tales are waiting to be told. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss another story of hope, love, and the unbreakable bonds that connect us all. Share this video with someone who needs to be reminded that love always finds a way. What other incredible animal friendships would you like to see featured on our channel? Let us know in the comments below. Your suggestion might become our next heartwarming story. Remember, every day, animals around the world are showing us what unconditional love really looks like. The question is, are we paying attention?